Hey, welcome back. Look, I just want to share with you today something that I got from Mr. Beast on why YouTubers fail. And it kind of blew my mind. So, if you follow YouTube, you probably know who Mr. Beast is. He's the number one YouTuber on the planet, hundreds of millions of views. I think he has hundreds of millions of subscribers across like multiple channels, and he is probably one of the smartest people on YouTube. And he said something that really captured my attention in some interviews. And this is what he said. He said when he started, right, he wanted to do YouTube. He had four friends, right? All four friends wanted to all do the same thing. They all wanted to do YouTube. They all wanted to be successful there. And they would get on a call, a Skype call every single day. And all they would do is talk about YouTube videos. All they would do was look at thumbnails, all like literally all day from like early in the morning to even well into the nighttime. So let's think about it. If most people fail at being a YouTuber, what then how does one actually do it? Like how does one really do it? He told us, get four friends. So look, on this video today, we're just going to talk about some biblical aspects of how we can apply this, and then we're also going to talk about how just taking advice from people who are way more successful than us can get us to the next level. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and cue the intro.
Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
All right, now let's jump into this video today. So look, so we know that Mr. B says we need to get four friends. Now in the Bible, there's a couple places where we can find some wisdom. And so where are we going to find this wisdom? It's in the Wisdom Hall of Fame. Proverbs itself, that's where we can find it. Now there's a couple things. And the first one I believe is found it's one of my favorite ones in Proverbs chapter 12. Proverbs chapter 12 and 11. Those who work their land will have abundant food. Those who chase fantasies will have no sense. What is this saying? Work your land. So what is your land? Your skills. But here's the thing. When you have skills and you're trying to learn skills, you're trying to grow your skills, then what's one of the best ways to make your skills grow faster? I had someone ask me recently if I could help them in their health, right? I'm the healthy accountant. Oh, what can you do? Like, how can you help me? And as I looked at the question, actually on one of the videos, which one was it? It was Destined for Greatness. So you should go check that one out. So when she asked me the question, how could I help her in her health? It didn't take me but a couple seconds to realize what I really can help people with. And the big C, consistency. And that's what I said. To make a long story short, it's consistency. That's what I have that I could help people with, because if I take how I've done something, it's really just doing the mundane over and over and over. And usually that's where many of us fall down. We all fall down somewhere around, oh my goodness, God, I got to keep doing this. I've been doing the push-up challenge for the past 30, almost 40 something 40 days basically since the beginning of January. And I ran into some friends, and one of my friends was just like, man, I don't know, I can't even do 10. And man, after one day, I was just, it's hurting. And like, it's gonna hurt. Think about it. It probably hurt the fact that Mr. Beast and his friends had to hang out on Skype calls for hours to try and figure out, man, this thing is terrible. Man, how can we fix this? And it's just spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours doing the same thing over and over. So when we think about winning, which Mr. Beast is saying to win. He says to win the fastest path to win. Get you 4 friends. Because they say you are the sum total of the 5 people around you. That's like in everything. We've all heard that one before, but we try and skip it. Why do we skip that? Why do we just assume, man, I can just do it by myself? Which you can. But what if you had friends? So when we look at the fact that, okay, when you want to be consistent at something, there will be pain. Like literally, like I have pain. I have pain in my chest. I have pains in my arms, and it has not gone away. When is it going to go away? I don't know. See, the moment the pain comes is the moment you keep going. I told my friend, every time I go down to do a push-up, those first couple of push-ups hurt the most. Because it's like you back down here again. I want you to stop. That's what my body's telling me to do. It's my body. I tell my body what to do. So consistency is probably one of the biggest things that a person can use. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Most of us think we're not consistent. I'm gonna kill the elephant right now. Yes, you are consistent. I don't even have to know anything about you to know that you are consistent. All you got to do is wake up and audit your life, audit everything you do every day. Simple stuff. Oh, you can walk. That's consistent. Oh, you can talk. That's consistent. You can breathe and you can hear and you can brush your teeth and you can take a shower and you can put your clothes on, and you can do all kinds of things. You can probably cook and you can eat. Like there's things that you do very consistently. If you got a job, you go to work every single day. You get in the car, you drive the car the same way every single day. Like there's so much consistency in our lives that we've been duped, we've been told, and we've been sold that you can't do it. You've been sold that it's too hard. Well, it's called growing. Anything that's hard just means that you have to grow. So if we were going to try and prove to ourselves why we should have 4 friends around us, okay, there's a proverb for that too. Was it Proverbs 27:17? I believe Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpeneth iron, so shall the countenance of one, something like be changed or something like that. I'm not reading it. But it's iron sharpens iron of a friend. Let me look at it real quick. I had it up. Yes, iron sharpens iron. So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So if we got friends and it's something that we want to do, well, it's something I want to do, then I want to see, well, are my friends doing it? See, if my friends aren't doing it, then I'm going to need some friends that's doing it. Because if my friends aren't doing what I'm trying to do, then when I go into the friend relationship, not that I can't learn from my friends, it's just not gonna be the same. So Mr. B, the 4 friends, that's all they did. They probably canceled everything else out. You think if I'm on the phone, if I'm on a Zoom call, if I'm on a Skype call all day with this group of friends, then apparently there's no way I can talk to anybody else. So they took all their time and they dumped it into each other. And Mr. Beast is Mr. Beast. The crazy thing is his name. Like, how did he chose his name as Mr. Beast? I think because he wanted to be the top YouTuber. It definitely manifests. So, all right. So I don't consider myself just a YouTuber because obviously I'm a business person. But as a business person, you got to know these types of things. Now, in business, you can hire people to do like all of the technical stuff, but as a business person, I still got to know what to say. I got to know what kind of content to create, which I wasn't always good at it, and I'm still not that good at it. How do I know? Well, I can go to YouTube and I can see, I'm not that good at it. I don't have, the drop off rate on the videos go down, like they come in, it goes down. So I have not captured the attention have not captured the attention of the people to stay watching my videos the whole way through. I know that the people that have captured my attention, the videos that I watch them. I need to find people like me that watch videos like the ones that I produce. Haven't found them. Some it's fun. There's some. There may be a few that hang on, and maybe a couple of people that still watch the whole thing. But when I go and look at my analytics in YouTube, the percentage, hey, 5% of the video, 1% of the video, 2% of the video, 1 minute, 2 minutes, average. I did find a couple of videos that had an average watch time of like 15 or 20 minutes. Those videos like an hour. I was like, wow. But if you're looking at the videos an hour and they watch only 14 minutes, that's not that much. That's not half. So they got bored. They got bored somewhere in there. So it's like, wow, I got to get better. I gotta actually hang around more people who's doing this stuff that you want to do. Now, how does one do that? I think I mentioned this before, some years ago when we had a coach, first accountant coach. Like he taught accountants how to do accounting businesses and tax businesses. And we had paid like $24,000 to be in his mastermind. And we went and spent time with him and his wife. And it was like, oh, you can pay for friends, right? You pay money and you hang out with people who are better than you and who has like insights that you don't have. And wow, it's worth it, because I know it. I know that the people that I'm hanging with, they got something I don't got, and I can get it. I just haven't had to pay for it. So that's one way. But if we got actual friends that we all have similar goals, we all want to do stuff. Why don't we have, like, I've got a couple of friends. I got a few friends like this, you know, where we hang out and we talk business, we talk what we're doing, and we're holding each other accountable. I got a few friends like that. We probably don't talk enough, but I'm learning. I'm saying to myself, well, if I'm going to learn about what Mr. Beast did, what am I going to do? That means I got to reach out to this. I got to reach out to him. We got to talk. I got to reach out to him. I got to reach out to her, reach out to him, and then like create this carousel of reach outs. Let's talk. Let's talk about the books. Let's talk about, growing the business. Let's talk about all the stuff we got to do, because as iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of a friend. But what should we focus on as we're moving to that? It's the land. Remember, those who work the land have abundant food. So, what land are you occupying? What land do you occupy? And the land that you occupy is simple. You may have to write some stuff down for this one. Here's how simple it is to discover the land that you occupy. You're gonna sit down, right? You're gonna take a notebook. I got a trusty notebook here on my desk. Take a notebook and start writing down. There's a couple of things you can do. Write down everything you know about you. Then go to some friends, go to some family. Hey, tell me, what do you know about me? Like, how do I show up in your life? Or, tell me what my greatest strength is. They will tell you what your greatest strength is. Tell me what one of my biggest flaws are. Can you see it? Everybody can see. Usually we don't want to ask these types of things because it just seems weird, especially, where are my blind spots? Like, and a blind spot is simply something in your life that you can't see, that somebody else can see. What are my blind spots? So when you ask people around you these questions, they will give you feedback. So if you've got a list of the things that you know about you, and then and then you can get from them what they know about you, then you can find your land. What part of land you want to find? The good part, not the bad part. Whatever's bad, it's worth noting. It's worth noting. It's not worth harping on. It's just worth noting because at some point you got to make sure if you have blind spots that they don't catch you off guard. But you want to make sure you look at all the good stuff that they tell you, because that's where you find your land. Like, oh man, this is what someone told me. A friend of mine saw her yesterday, and she's like, man, you're so disciplined. I am. I had other people tell me, you're so disciplined. I don't even feel like I'm disciplined. I don't wake up to I'm so disciplined, because I'm not. At least I don't feel like it. But then they say, man, you can do this. Like, man, you're so disciplined. Wow, interesting. I'm disciplined, but it doesn't feel like it. Why? Because the person that's disciplined, they're still seeing parts of their life that they're not disciplined in. And so it's like, yeah, I might be disciplined. I'm doing the push-ups. I'm going to the gym. Like I do these things over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But then there's these other areas over here that I'm not so disciplined in. So that's one of the things that I've been auditing lately. How to take the disciplined part, the consistent part in my life, and then install it in those areas where I'm not as disciplined. I'm solving that problem this week. I'm solving that problem this week for especially a few things in my business that I haven't been as disciplined in. So as we wrap this up today, right, Mr. B said he surrounded himself with 4 friends. 4 friends. They all wanted to do YouTube. That's all they wanted to do. And all they did was study it with each other all day, every single day, and they have become world class. They became world class. They're the best of the best. What can you and your friends? You may have to go find new friends. You might, right? Or you may have to say, you know what? Not that you're getting rid of the friends that you already have. You say, well, those friends are for this. But when it comes to the growth in my life, when it comes to the growth in my business, when it comes to the growth of my YouTube channel, or whatever it is I'm trying to grow, then I'm going to find specific friends that all we do is that. That's all we do. That's all we're doing is talking about that. We just spend time. That's it. Just talking about winning at the things that's in our land. So that's exactly what we have to do. And I know this week I'm taking the discipline that I have in my push-ups, in my health, and the stuff that I do there, and I'm installing it into my business I'm not gonna say for the first time, but for good. Because I had not fully installed it, but I'm installing it this week, and I'm going to share with you next week what happened this week and how that's working. Because look, at the end of the day, I want to share that with everybody when it comes to growing your life, growing your business. I want to share with you how I've taken that discipline, how I've taken that consistency, and I've installed it into other things that weren't as simple or wasn't as easy for me, so that you can do it too. That's the purpose of this channel, is to help you to account for your life, account for your business, account for your money, account for the stuff that matters most in your life. Because if I can do it, I know you can, because we are human beings, and human beings can do whatever we set our minds to. So don't forget the scriptures. Proverbs chapter 12 and 11. 12 and 11, those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasy will have no sense. In Proverbs chapter 27 and 17, as iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So guys, let's get out there. Let's do what Mr. B said. Get some friends. Let's go. God bless you guys. I will see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.